Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Hopefully the audio is good, the visual is good. I am finally back recording on OBS. I had some problems, so I was using Zoom, and Zoom, it could be good sometimes. Anyway, so today I'm looking at the review of today's trades. I was looking at, this is NQ, and what else? NQ, the Dow, okay, and ES. Those are the ones I was looking at. I was also looking at gold. Gold did not do what I wanted it to do. It just kept pushing up. So one thing we do know about Tuesdays, not only is it range expansion day, but it also can be a choppy day. So if you find yourself getting chopped up, just call it a day, especially, if you've stuck on this particular instrument, just call it. Okay. Now, ES, in the group, I was thinking the day was going to be a dump and pump, which it was. It was a great dump. And we can see here, just looking back, I mean, it's always a good idea to look back 3 days and see where we were. And Friday was the inside day and the first red day signal. It closed below. Monday, we triggered the lows, right? And then we shot back up. And it was crazy because yesterday we had this outside day reset. Because it was really, if you look at Thursday and then Monday, you really do have a day zero here. So I was thinking, okay, we're going to have a dump and pump today. Thinking it was going to reset long. All right. So right now, after today, it did trigger. And this was what I was looking at. I was like, okay, it did trigger this. It triggered a little early on the previous day high. And one other thing that's important to do, guys, whenever you are marking your charts, is to mark the end of day consolidation, because this is going to help you with seeing if this thing is going to break out. Because obviously, if it's triggering the high, I'm like, okay, we might have the higher high, which actually equals the dump and pump. So yeah, the dump was correct, and then the pump. And then we had news at 10 o'clock, which, usually I like to wait till 10 o'clock because I just don't like getting into like the way this thing just dropped. This is M5. Like I don't really care to get into a trade that just drops like that. And I think I had shared that on yesterday's video on how I don't like to trade the open. I like to wait and get in the third hour. And the third hour just did not play out for me at all. So this today for me was a wash, because once that thing drops, I just don't like to get in. I just like to kind of wait and see what's going to happen, right? And I did try to take it long, right? But again, it just didn't follow through, right? It just kept, I was like, well, this is not a trade that I should be trying to counter at this time, even though it did give an opportunity. I don't know what the heck to do it. Right, it just wasn't a good trade to try to take a reversal on today, because this one was definitely one of those, I wouldn't say completely a do not counter type of trade, but it kind of acted like it, because it was just chop, chop, chop. And again, like I said, once it gets to that point, you have to just walk away, because that really right there kind of messes you up if you don't walk away. And I have fell for that, guys, like you would not believe. Okay. So I just wanted to make a heads up. So if you do like taking these trades like that, obviously this was a great trade right from the closing price. There was no news earlier on, but since there was news at 10, I figured, okay, 30 minutes, I can wait 30 minutes, right? It just didn't work out that way for me. So for those who did take the short at the open, congrats to you. I'm going to wait to see, how this is going to play out tomorrow. So I can, get in a pretty decent trade this week so far. I mean, it's still early in the week. I don't even know if this reset low is even going to pan out for tomorrow, right? I don't know. It could pull back, whatever. But for right now, the markets are about to close pretty soon. It may close in breakout, right? Then we're going to have shorts in the market once again. And I think that's going to then void the longs that are in the market. And again, this is ES. So ES and NQ, let me go to NQ. They look very, very similar, right? Yeah, NQ is already showing that it's going to close in breakout because it came back out to the, to the previous day low level. And now it's, it's outside of this level. So it's definitely, we're definitely going to have day two shorts. Technically, this was a short here, even though it was looking like a peak low, right? So we're definitely going to perhaps be able to go for a red day for tomorrow, right? And if that happens, it's great, because this one, again, it closed above, but we did have some signals here that I just wasn't sure, guys, which way it was going to go. So I was just like, okay, definitely going to dump. And, if it's going to dump, it should pump. But we didn't get it like I thought it was going to play out. Especially, you can see towards the end of the day, it was pumping and all this stuff. But it was, again, short-lived. And again, with this breaking both sides, this one, and I think, let me go back to, yeah, both sides were triggered, ES and NQ for the outside day and closing in breakout. So definitely huge signal here for shorts being in the market. So it's definitely something I'm going to look at for tomorrow. And with YM, the DJ, the Dow, this one is also showing as a day zero. I don't know, be honest. I don't know what's going to happen here because, the way, again, it closed as a red day. It's going to close below the open. The market's going to be closed here pretty soon. It's going to close below the open. So we're going to see, right? We definitely have, a peak low here. That's definitely for sure. And equal lows, right? And when I see equal lows, I am in the belief that we're going to have a decent long trade. But again, choppy day did not quite happen the way I thought it was going to be. But breaking both sides of the range does make it a day zero setup. So we're going to see tomorrow what is going to happen. Okay. Are we going to, is this level going to break? Because this is going to be a level I'm going to be looking for a break for tomorrow if this is going to continue short. Or if it's going to give us support and then come back to this level. So again, this is a major level. This is going to be the new, this is the low of the week now. That hasn't quite been broken. It's just been triggered. So we'll just see, right? So I'm not 100% on anything right now until this actually plays out. Hopefully in the third hour, because that's what I like to trade. It's just less stress, right? I promise you. For me, it is. I know for those of you who like to get into that action at the open, I mean, that's you, right? But I just never liked it. I've always gotten beaten up doing that. Look at West Texas oil. I mean, I wasn't even paying attention to this one, and it did just beautiful. This is a very clear pattern, right? It did close below, so it did give us a red signal. So we had the dump, right? And it did dump, and then we had the higher high inside. Very clear signal. I love it when it's this super duper clear for the pump. And again, I was not paying attention to this one at all. I was looking at the other indices to see. Let's see, is that 9 o'clock? No, that's at 9 o'clock for me is 10. Okay. So this market open also shot up. Everything actually shot up at market open. I was like, there is no news right now. The news is at 10, right? The news is in 30 minutes. I'm like, I kept looking at it like, what's going on here? For me, I am just completely biased. I like the news to show up at 8:30, right? Give me a whole hour of a setup. That's what I like. Okay. But that's not what happened. But yeah, that's it. So, tomorrow we'll see how these markets are going to play out for NQ. And let's look at the Russell. The Russell and the NQ are also looking the same. They're both. This is also going to close and break out. Usually the Russell normally mirrors the Dow, but they're not mirroring at all. So we'll see how this is going to play out tomorrow. Okay, guys. All right, I just wanted to hop on here real quickly and just kind of talk about these trades that I was watching for today, and I posted in the group on what I was expecting, right? But I'm not always going to be 100%. I mean, obviously the dumps happened. The pumps did not happen like I wanted them to. Okay. And once that bar, this is like a news candle bar. When I saw that, I was just like, are you kidding? But yeah, I guess it's just going to take me practice to want to trade the open again, because I have been burnt so many times trading the open. I'm just not good at it. And for me, I prefer to wait a little bit until the third hour to find the reversal trade, or if there's a first bounce trade, then yeah, a nice good first bounce. Because the first bounce trade, it really was hard to even do the first bounce trade because the news was at 10 o'clock, and that was around that first bounce, and it was not, it wasn't anything worth trading unless, again, like I said, you got in right at closing price, which is the setup. I ain't gonna lie, that is the setup. Closing price, and then boom, right? So that's something I need to work on to be comfortable trading those one candles like that. But again, who knew that was going to happen? I wasn't even expecting that to happen at all. But we definitely knew there was going to be a dump before the pump came. So now we're just going to wait to see how this market's going to play out tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. So I'll do another review at the end of the day, hopefully tomorrow. So until then, we'll see you in the next one. Ciao.